obviously. You want to never drive points. So we didn't get points, so obviously I'm not the happiest with camper, but, it's the way it is sometimes.
Myles, how do you take this one and kind of brush it off and let you move on to the next one? You got a road game against Cincinnati next week. It's 2 in a row. What do you guys need to do to kind of do that?
I think when you go back and look at the game, yeah, we missed blocks here and there. Yes, we might have jumped off sides, things like that. But it all just comes down to just locking in the crunch time. We shot ourselves in the foot quite a bit. We had plenty of times in the game to put it away, and we just didn't. So we can't do that next week because we got a really good team. We're playing against it once again. So.
As you mentioned, locking in during crunch time, this is back-to-back games now where the offense has had multiple self-inflicting penalties. How do you feel like this team's poise is late in the game?
What do you say? What was the end?
How do you feel the team's poise is late in the game? Do you feel like sometimes it can get distracted?
And we're getting there, and obviously we keep having these lapses. We're about to go in and score, and one of us as an offensive unit just does something that's just out of character for us. We just have to mitigate those. We can't keep doing that. It's costing us points, and just so happened tonight, cost us the game.
Why do you think the team had struggles in the third quarter moving the ball?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. On the sideline, all I usually do is just look at if they blitzed or like a run or something. So I haven't looked at the game to be able to tell you.
Myles, after a 96-yard first quarter, got in a bit of movement through the rest of the other three. What were you seeing differently from Kansas' rush defense during the latter 3 quarters?
Again, I haven't looked at it that much. If you were to ask me this a few days, I'd give you a better answer. But if I was your answer right now, I'd be lying. So.
Well, what is it then? Did anything feel different for you out there with them?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, I can't tell you what because I don't know yet, but it definitely was. Obviously, you guys seen it was something different. Something was happening.
What really worked for you in the first quarter then to get you to the 96 yards?
What did you say?
What really worked for you in that first quarter right there to get those 96 yards?
Just hitting the hole, I guess. I don't really have an answer for you on that.
What was your vantage point on 4th and goal? You were right there next to the cam as he reached for the goal line. What did you see? And did you think he was in?
Yeah, I feel like he was in. From where I was sitting, I was standing right in front of it. But I guess they have another angle.
Myles, the momentum of the game seemed to shift after the strip sack. What do you take from the way the team responded after that?
We responded. Oh, you talking about when we fumbled the ball? I mean, as a leader, I gotta get everybody rallied back in. Make sure we don't lose our minds. I did the best I could doing that, and I feel like we responded pretty well. Just that last drive just got us, man. It just got us.
Myles, you mentioned yourself as a leader of the team. When Tatum got hurt, it kind of felt like the energy went out of the stadium there for a bit. You guys were able to kind of find your composure to give yourself a shot to score at the end. It didn't quite get in, obviously, but was there anything you did or anybody on the team to kind of rally so you could get that effort and kind of bring the energy back to get that opportunity?
We were kind of all on the same page in terms of, hey, like, this is the game right here. Give it all you got. Just couldn't get it done.
Myles, obviously we've hit the thing about the third quarter, -1 total offensive yards, but what did you and coach and the rest of the team do to hit that reset button to up the intensity in the fourth quarter that started to generate positive yards?
I don't think it's something we did. I think it's something the defense did. They got to stop right when needed the most, like they always do. I can always count on them. So that kind of just gave us momentum. We fed off of it. Just came up short. That's really what it comes down to. Just came up short.
Overall thoughts on the effort tonight? Jalen Daniels was obviously going to get his, but how good of a job do you think you guys did in containing him?
I feel like we did a pretty good job. He's a great player. A lot of respect for him. I feel like he does a great job controlling the offense. He's a veteran guy, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Was there something they were able to do maybe after you guys jumped out 14-0, but then it seemed like they started to get some rhythm going on? Was there something they were changing up a little bit maybe that confused you guys, or was it just maybe they were getting into good rhythm?
Like I said, he takes control of the offense at a very high level, and they were just executing.
Coach Ross talked about when the offense has a big lead, especially in the first quarter. The defense needs to capitalize. I feel like you guys took your foot off the gas pedal a little bit.
Yeah, but I feel like we could have, done a better job with that. We got to learn from this for sure. There's more games to come, and we just got to learn from our mistakes and not let them happen again.
Did they show you anything different coming out of the half?
Nah, not really. Not really. No.
Coming into this game, your team ranked 5th in the country and not giving up 20-plus yard passes. What did you see today that led to the number of big passes they were getting up?
Like I said, Jalen Daniels does a great job with the offense. He picked some of the holes apart, read what we were in, and like I said, we just got to learn from what they did and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Braeden, take us through that last drive there. They were there with them. Just take us through that last drive there where Kansas was able to get up there after the fumble that you're trying to catch.
That was tough. I mean, what play you talking about again?
The last drive when Kansas when they got this when they scored there after the fumble.
Oh, like I said, it was unfortunate. One thing about stuff like that, we just gotta bounce back. And the only thing we can do, like I said, is learn from our mistakes and make sure we get better at what we do.
Units missing a few players. Horace Lockett, Coach Ross said just is out for the season, so quarterback injuries have piled up. How are you guys kind of rallying around this and trying not to let some of those things factor in the long run?
It's football. Injuries are part of the sport. It's part of the game. One thing about it is the next man up mentality. So that's why everybody got to stay ready. So they don't got to get ready. And that's what we got to, keep doing.
You guys had opportunities, to win this game. Just obviously didn't pull it out. What's the mood of the locker room right now?
They know, we back to work. Tomorrow, actually. There's no days off with this. That's all we can do. We can't hang our heads low. We got to keep our head up, chin up. We got Cincy next week, and that's the main goal, to beat Cincy.
Kansas averaged less than 4 yards a carry for the entire game. Did they telegraph some or give away stuff that allowed the defense to really key in on the run?
Like I said, a lot of respect to them. They played a hard game, for real.
You mentioned needing to bounce back and improve. What do you feel like specifically you guys can work on the most going into next game?
Sudden changes. We know when sudden changes happen, we got to make sure we locked in on our jobs, because sometimes things doesn't go the way we want to, and we just got to make sure we got to capitalize for the offense.
You guys feel like you responded to adversity?
I felt like we actually did a pretty good job, especially in the fourth quarter. I feel like it didn't go the way we wanted, but we're getting stops in the fourth quarter, and one thing about it shows our fight for sure.
You talked about the next game being Cincinnati, obviously a little bit of a rivalry between the two schools. How much would a win on the road against them mean to you guys?
It's big. Momentum is big. Like I said, we back to work tomorrow and make sure everybody, like I said, got their heads high, and we're gonna stack days, so we can get on the road to Cincy.
A few more.
Braeden, what did you and defense learn about yourselves tonight that you can either learn from to improve later or take with you as you move forward to Cincinnati?
Probably like I said, sudden changes, stacking drives. We gotta make sure we look sharp all the time, not just sometimes. And I feel like we do that, we'll be hard to stop.
Third quarter, when the offense was struggling, the defense was on the field for almost 10 minutes. What were you able to do to help the defense not tire out and keep focused?
Coach Green tells us all the time, the good thing is about to come. And like I said, sometimes game might not go the way we want to, but we can't just lay our heads. We made sure we got to keep our heads high. We still got a lot of ball left to play, and I felt like we responded in the right way in that aspect.
On the goal line, 3 plays not being able to score, how disappointing was that?
It's pretty disappointing. You would think it would be pretty easy, but being on the field, it's not that easy. But I think we should score at that point.
It was very close. Cam looked like maybe he was in. I'm not sure. I don't know where you were. What did you see? Do you think he scored?
I think he scored from one angle. Somebody was kind of in the way, like it was a security in the way, so we couldn't really see. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased. I think we scored, but God handles everything. So.
How did you see the team kind of rally around Cam coming in? Table went down. I mean, it's difficult to come off the bench cold and try to lead a team. How did you guys respond to that?
I mean, just like when Cam went down and Tay got in, I mean, we all love on each other like 24/7. It doesn't matter who's in the game. We got his back, you know.
From our perspective, the offense is moving the ball really well in the first half. Then the third quarter comes around, and the offense only has a total of -1 yards. What changed from your perspective?
They adjusted. I don't think we executed at a high level like we were supposed to. They made a lot of good plays. They made more plays than us. We made a lot of mistakes. We just got to be better coming out. We got to have the energy coming out, you know, and just execute.
You mentioned they adjusted. Was there anything that stuck out to you specifically?
No, not really, but they were taking away like a lot of things we did in the first and second quarter. So.
Coach says when you get up a couple of scores, you got to put a team away. What
Yeah.
has to change in the mentality of the offense to do that?
Just got to have that killer mindset. I mean, when we go 14 zip, defense go back in the field, we can't let them score, you know what I'm saying? We gave them, I think we gave them some life when they scored. And I think our defense they need to step up. I mean, obviously we have a great defense, but, you know, in that situation, you want the defense to stop them.
Obviously not the result you want, but what's it like to see a couple freshmen get minutes in crunch time with Braeden and CJ? As a veteran?
Bro, I told them after the game how much I was, you know, proud of them. And not even just those two. Chris Dermott came in, and I think he had a hell of a game as well. CJ came up with a clutch, I'm not sure what down it was, but an en route to get a first down. That was big. Braeden came down with something on the third down. I'm just proud that, you know, that their work is, you know, is coming to life. You know what I'm saying? They're freshmen, but we don't treat them like freshmen. You know, they got to come in ready.
Scott's mentioned how all three quarterbacks have different skill sets, different strengths. Is it difficult in game to have to kind of adjust with different guys running it, or are you guys trying to operate the exact same way?
No, I don't think the calls change. I don't think you change as a receiver or as a running back or tight end or offensive lineman. I think you just work around the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? When the quarterback has the ball in his hand, you adjust to him.
Duane, you had a chance to see some of your fellow young wide receivers out there, like William Charles and CJ Jenkins. Just what was it like to see them get some playing time today? What do you think?
It's amazing. I mean, like I said, we all believe in them. It's not like we don't think they're ready. Like they're obviously ready. Like when you see them get the ball thrown to them and they're in the game for like clutch moments, they're ready. So it's not really anything like surprising. We're proud that they made the plays that they did, especially Braeden and CJ. Like it's big that they got those moments because now if they get a moment like that, it's not nerve-wracking for them. So I'm proud of them. The rest of the receiver group, like, you know, they were uplifting when they got in the game. So yeah.
You were a model of efficiency. If the ball was thrown, you caught it, and most of the yardage you gained was after catch. How have you been able to use that efficiency to help motivate and keep the energy up with the other receivers?
I mean, the motto is when you get the ball, you do something with it. It's not just me who's going to catch the ball and just get extra yards. The other receivers can do it too, but, I mean, that's my game. You know what I'm saying? When I do it, I'm going to get the yak yards. When other receivers get their chance, they will as well. I don't think there's much of a energy change because of that, but, you know, we all hype each other up regardless if it's a catch or not. We're going to uplift each other. We're going to be there for each other. So.
I've seen two tough wins here to start off Big 12 play. What have you learned about this team after the first two?
We're a really good team. Like, I think we're one of the most talented teams in the Big 12. We just got to finish. Like, that's the biggest thing for us. We have to finish as a team. We got to play a complete football game. Like, we can't go out first two quarters and then, you know, lay down the next two or not adjust the next two or, you know, whatever happened that second half. We can't do that. We got to play a complete football game.
Last week, Frost said that the receivers got tired at KC. So how do you guys feel like you responded throughout the week to that challenge and trying to improve upon it?
I will say we really worked hard. Coach also helped us with the practices. we had a lot more energy before game and during the game. I think we got a lot of, like you see, CJ and Waden got in a lot more. That helped us. The rotation helped us. I mean, I think we just got better with that. I mean, we wasn't gassing guys early on, so yeah.
Obviously, Coach Frost mentioned all 3 quarterbacks are talented. He has confidence in all of them. But is it frustrating to you as a receiver and an offense to having to keep revolving these quarterbacks and not build the kind of consistency you guys want to?
No, because in practice we catch from those guys all the time. I don't think it matters who's out there. Like I said, we revolve around each other. We uplift each other. Whoever's in the game, it doesn't matter. And whoever plays next week and is available for us, we're going to be around them.
Duane, obviously there's frustration left in the last 2 games. What do you guys need to do to kind of get over that hump? You talk about a play here, a play there, and maybe it's a different result. What do you guys need to do as a team to kind of get over this hump?
Watch film, see what we're doing wrong. Got to be detailed. Like I said, we got to play a complete football game. It's not like we're not able to. And it's not pointing the finger at one guy or it's this guy. It's not that. It's just us as a team. We have to play a complete football game. We can't lay down at any point. So I think just getting over the hump, we just have to, I mean, like we got to do the extra. Whatever that extra is, when we go watch film tomorrow, that's what we're going to do.
You said earlier Coach helped in practice. Was there something specific he did? Was hands-on? What did he do?
As far as like getting us ready,
Yeah.
the practices were like they're energetic like most of the time, but I think we probably shorten it here and there, shorten the period here and there, so we have a lot more energy coming into another period, or we just wasn't gassing ourselves, and we had a lot of energy coming out of that, so it worked. The rotation worked as well. So I mean, Coach Frost knows what he's doing. Like he's a great coach. He's an amazing head coach. You know what he's doing. He helped us a lot during the week.
When you talk about how this team needs to finish, what do you think this team is able to do in order to finish?
What do we need to do?
Yes.
Just be efficient on first and second down. I think that's the best answer I could give you. If like any team is efficient first and second down, third down is easy. You know what I'm saying?